take it for three. You betcha.
The pass to Miller outside three. Good.
Big block by Olsen.
Fryer in the paint. Now to the Holzer. Left corner three. Bang! Bang! Oh!
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And welcome back to our Irie Insurance pregame show as we get you set for another matchup here in the EDC basketball tournament, a semifinal matchup between the West Fargo Packers, the number 4 seed, and the Davies Eagles, the number 1 seed in this EDC tournament, the number 4 team in the final Class A basketball poll of the 2021-2022 season. I'm Joel Morgan. Join me, as always, is Chase Miller. And Chase, Davies coming off a win in the quarterfinals. Let's talk about that one we had on yourliveevent.com, and something that is very much of a rarity that you see in basketball, holding a team scoreless in the second half. They held North scoreless, a testament to how strong the defense of this Davies team can be.
And that's the one thing, is Davies prides themselves on defense. They're awfully good. They're the first-ranked team in the Eastern Dakota Conference, only giving up 49 points per game, and it leads into their offense, which is first in the EDC at 78 points per game. Davies does a lot of getting steals and buckets, and if you can't handle their pressure defense, you're in for a long night. And that's what happened to West Fargo the second time they played at Fargo Davies High School. Chloe Fowle out with a season-ending injury, so they took care of business the first time. The second time, though, West Fargo couldn't do nearly anything right. They held Riley Simon to a season-low single digits in that contest as well, and 8 points. And to be fair to Riley, she didn't play a ton in the second half of that one. Mike Benson kind of knew, hey, it's just not our night. Let's not get another player maybe a little nicked up. Let's get her some minutes off the bench, because on the bench, because she is probably more than likely, Joel, if West Fargo is going to win and she stays out of foul trouble, she's probably going to play 36 minutes here tonight here for West Fargo. So at the end of the day, if you can't go up against the pressure of Davies, it doesn't matter who you are, it's going to be an uphill battle. Yeah,
and this West Fargo team, as you mentioned, they lose Fowle, who was obviously a very big part of what this team's game plan was this season. And O'Reilly, a young player, some youth on this team, but she was a big part of it. How about that kind of a bounce back to finish 15-5 in a very tough EDC and to get yourself a spot here in the semifinals? And talk about some resiliency on that team.
Riley Simon is the reason why. 19 double-doubles, the future NDSU women's basketball commit. She will be playing her collegiate basketball in this very gym under head coach Jory Collins against Fargo Shanley in the quarterfinals. 29 points, 10 rebounds, 13 made field goals. But then there's been some players that have stepped up throughout the year. Solveig Seymour, a sharpshooter with 59 three-pointers on the season. Taylor Van Winkle does a lot defensively with that size at 5'11" at the guard spot. If they can get her going offensively, that'll add a weapon. Briley Peterson, a 5'7" sophomore guard, just seems like every time you look down the stat sheet, 5-6 rebounds, 6-7 steals, 6-7 assists. She might not score 20, but she's a distributor here for the West Fargo Packers. And I think the X factor here in a game like this against Davies is Jessica Walsvik. Earlier this season, the first time around, 16 points and 3 three-pointer season highs against the Eagles. So if Walsvik can get things going, she's an inside-out player that will open up space for Riley Simon. I'm curious how Davies will match up with Simon. Ava Wild, St. Thomas volleyball commit. She's got a big post presence, but Davies isn't overly tall in terms of their original starting five that they will throw out there for Safransky. Will they front? Will they hedge? Will they double and almost play more of a box and one on a post player and say anybody else but Riley? It's going to be interesting, Joel, how this one kind of goes back and forth in this contest in the early moments to see what both coaches want to do.
Winner of this game clinches a spot to state and will play in the EDC championship game tomorrow. Losing team will play in a state qualifier against the winner of the contest we just have will be the Wahpeton Huskies. So losing team will play the Huskies tomorrow. Remember, all games will be on yourliveevent.com. Let us take a break here in our Irie Insurance pregame show. We'll be back with more.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family, to provide options beyond the expected, to help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
The City of Hillsborough welcomes you with opportunities to build, grow, live, and work in the Hillsborough community. With the City of Hillsborough Renaissance Zone, new businesses and entrepreneurs can use to start a business. The time for you to consider Hillsborough is now. Come see us, make the drive, and visit the City of Hillsborough. Contact city offices or visit www.hillsborough-nd.com. Small town, big opportunity. Experience Hillsborough.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. It is the semifinals of the EDC basketball tournament. Davies against West Fargo. Our next semifinal after this, about a 7:15 start time, will be Cheyenne against Grand Forks Red River. Again, the winner of these next two games qualifies for state, plays for the championship tomorrow. That will begin at 6 o'clock. We'll have it here on YourLiveEvent.com. Other scores so far today and our losers out game, it was Shanley scoring some last-minute points, last-second points. 44-39, they defeat Fargo North. They will play the loser of the next semifinal game. Well, it was Wahpeton, a 73-66 win over the Devils Lake Firebirds out here tonight at the Shack. We'll take one last break here in our Irie Insurance pregame show. Back to meet your starting lineups next.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
See your future come together at Lake Region State College. Train for in-demand careers, part-time, full-time, or online. At Lake Region State College, we change lives.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms. Saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most.
See Jared Hansen in Larimore, your agent with answers.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com, our Irie Insurance pregame show. Remember, for all your insurance needs, visit Irie Insurance online at IrieINS.com. If you missed any of these games, by the way, they are archived on YourLiveEvent.com. Also, coming up tomorrow, the final day of the EDC tournament. Then beginning Monday will be our coverage of Region 1 and Region 2 boys basketball. See the full broadcast schedule at YourLiveEvent.com. They're announcing our starting lineups coming up here, as well as announcing the cheerleaders from each team. We will send it now over to the PA announcer here at the Shack.
Adi Jarso, Ruth Jarso, Micaiah Savageau, Zoe Tidd, Jade Utter, and Gretchen Wadholm. Their coach, Acacia Wetstein. And now introducing the starting lineups for today's game, introduced in alternate order. Starting with the West Fargo Packers, at a guard, a 5'7" sophomore, number 12, Briley Peterson. For the Eagles, at a guard, a 5'7" sophomore, number 3, Carly Franks. Packers at a guard, a 5'11" junior, number 14, Taylor Van Winkle. Eagles at a guard, a 5'6" sophomore, number 20, Ashton Safransky. Packers at a guard, a 5'8" junior, number 20, Solveig Seymour. Eagles at a guard, a 5'9" junior, number 22, Ashley Watcha. Packers at a forward, a 6'1" junior, number 32, Mariley Simon. Eagles at a guard, a 5'7" senior, number 30, Taylor Safransky. And the Packers at a forward, a 6' senior, number 34, Jessica Walsvik. And the Eagles at a forward, a 6' senior, number 40, Ava Wild. Head coach for the Packers, Mike Benson. He's assisted by Rick Anderson, Jordan Epstead, and Terrence Lockett. Head coach for the Eagles, Tona Safransky. She's assisted by Barry Anderson, Trevor Olson, Justin Undum, and Monty Gordon. Officials for tonight's game are registered by the North Dakota High School Activities Association, have been selected for their demonstrated ability. The officials for the game are Terry Bohan, Caden Kuhneman, and Brady Schwab.
And there it is, our announcement of our lineups and officials for tonight's EDC basketball semifinal matchup here on YourLiveEvents.com. I'm Joel Morgan, Chase Miller with me here as both teams some last-second huddles before getting out on the court. Remember, it was a win in the first matchup for the Packers against this Davies team. It was 70-49. The next matchup went the way of the Eagles, 80-45. O'Reilly Simon will take the opening tip for the Packers, and it was Wild to take the tip for the Davies Eagles. Remember, winner gets a spot onto state in tomorrow night's championship game here in the EDC. Safransky with the basketball. We'll go to Taylor Safransky. She comes to drive, back top of the key. Watcha gives a look, now left side, three high off the backboard for Wild. And loose ball will come out of bounds on the far side. And it will be the Packers basketball. O'Reilly Simon will inbound. Will bounce this one in play to Van Winkle. Van Winkle across half court, guarded by Carly Franks, will come to the left side off a couple screens. Now guarded on the switch by Safransky. Feed from the corner, Peterson will go to Mariley, and this one is deflected out of bounds. 11 seconds on the shot clock for the Packers. Seymour inbounds. Mariley Simon will hit two. Simon hits two. West Fargo's on the scoreboard first. Here comes Davies with the basketball. Safransky drives, hook shot good. Ashton Safransky will answer right back. It's a 2-2 game. Pass attempt a little too strong on Walsvik. Ball picked up by the Davies Eagles. It's Frank, and Frank called for the double dribble. The ball will go back to the Packers.
West Fargo, Joel, trying to get back to that EDC tournament championship game. It's been a while here for the Packers. It's been either Fargo Shanley or Fargo Davies a lot as of late. Last time West Fargo has made it to the EDC title back in 2014 here for the West Side.
And we're going to see a foul call come against Carly Franks. Franks is first, team's first. Foul stop time with 16:41 in a 2-2 game. Almost said scoreless, but really with those two early baskets, it feels just the same. Neither team has really established much of their game plans yet. Obviously just a minute and a half into this game, but so early and kind of how the start you would expect between those two in terms of the scoring. Feed to Simon, went up to shoot, ball stripped away by Safransky, and we're going to see a foul call come against O'Reilly Simon.
And again, they hedge down, double team quick, so there comes the turnover, which results in a foul there on O'Reilly Simon here. And again, how are you going to play O'Reilly? We're probably going to see everything. We're going to see everything in the kitchen sink. You're going to see the hedge, you're going to see the front, you're going to see making sure you get out, the double team and some here against the junior forward, an all-conference kind of player, an all-stater here in O'Reilly Simon.
Safransky will go to watch a shot short of the iron, picked up at the baseline by Van Winkle. Van Winkle was boxing out, thinking it would go out of bounds, and came right into her hands. Now on the post, Peterson will come back over to Van Winkle. She is knocked down, and reaching inside is Ava Wild. That'll be enough for a held ball that stays with the Packers.
Fargo Davies on the opposite side. Joel, they've owned this tournament as of late. EDC tournament champs 3 of the last 4 seasons here for the Eagles.
Van Winkle will go to inbounds, almost knocked away by Franks. It does get knocked away by Franks and goes out of bounds.
West Fargo just needs to have a good start. At Fargo Davies earlier this season, they just put themselves in too much out of a hole to climb out of. Can't do that against this pressure defense, even though there is more turnovers piling up early here for West Fargo in this first half.
Seymour got the pass and it went a little low. Here comes the Eagles with the basketball. Safransky across half court. We'll put it into the hands of Ava Wild. Back into the hands of Safransky. Safransky looks for help, comes to Wild, throws it to the corner to Ashton Safransky for 3. This one off the top of the backboard, stays in bounds, picked off by Seymour. Ball will come back to Van Winkle as she's on the near side. 19 seconds on the shot clock for the Packers. A 2-2 games, 3 minutes in. Walsvik with the ball will come back to Van Winkle, trying to get towards the iron, loses the dribble slightly beyond the arc to Walsvik. A contested shot gets redirected into the hands of Ava Wild. Davies will come back the other way. Safransky finds Franks for 3, off the iron, rebound knocked away from Simon. A scramble for the loose ball, and it was pulled away by Taylor Safransky. And a foul call, though, comes before that, will be against the Packers.
Tough one there on Van Winkle. She dove for the ball, tried to grab the ball, but instead got the wrist of an Eagle player there. So tough break there for West Fargo. Again, can't fault the hustle, though, by Van Winkle.
2 fouls called against the Packers. 1 called against the Eagles as a contested 3. Good for Wacha.
We're going to go underneath the screen. Ashley Watch is going to have an opportunity to shoot, and she is the younger sister of Riley Watch at the University of Mary. Coach Newman able to come to the east side of the state and pick up some EDC players over the last handful of years.
Peterson across half court. And a shot in and out. Rebound Eagles. Lehman with the missed shot. Ball handled by Safransky. Up for a deep 3, that won't land. And the Packers control the rebound.
Job by Clayman on the inside, and she's going to have to give some large minutes here for the Packers. She could be an X-factor player. She might not score a lot, but if she can get rebounds and hustle defense, that'll go a long way for Mike Benson and West Fargo.
Simon with the ball was trying to go to Clayman. Clayman had it, lost her footing, and goes out of bounds. Clayman had to beat 2 defenders to get to that ball, got there, and then just the momentum kept moving her the wrong way.
And for Fargo Davies checking in as another sniper, Carly Franks is an awfully good 3-point shooter, but so is Miss Marissa Burian here for Fargo Davies back on the floor. Coach Safransky, an embarrassment of riches at that guard spot, including her 2 daughters, Joel.
Ball handled on the left side by Safransky. Swings it back over to the near side, finds Ashton Safransky trying to go to the basket, will lose the ball. And did not see where possession goes. Will be a jump ball. Will stay with Davies.
One thing for West Fargo is just finding offensive balance. And this type of game, if it's low scoring, probably will favor more West Fargo than Davies. Davies is a team that can get to the 60s, 70s. We've seen them crack 100 earlier this year as well.
Here comes a three from Ashton Safransky, and good. Second made three for Davies, and it's 8-2 our score. 13:31 left in the half. We'll be back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Sanford Health. Here for all. Here for good.
And welcome back here on our United Savings Credit Union scoreboard. Davies 8, West Fargo 2. It's the EDC semifinals on YourLiveEvent.com. Simon at the baseline, bounces it inbounds, finds Van Winkle. Van Winkle across half court, guided by Burrian as she will move towards the left side. It was 2-2. It's been 6 straight points now for the Packers. We're going to see a foul come at the baseline. It'll be able to be Safransky.
Taylor will call for the foul. Good take that by Bradley Peterson. Mike Benson calls that timeout. Just kind of probably not happy with the offensive execution so far in the half court, right? It's someone else has to get open. Someone else has to make the extra cut or the extra screen here for West Fargo. And they've just been out of sorts so far offensively here for the Packers.
Set in motion, winds up in the hands of Valsvik on the near side. She comes up to shoot, shot blocked by Wacha, and the Eagles get the basketball. Long pass. Burrian tries to go across the lane, knocked away and stolen by Van Winkle. Will go back the other way to Valsvik. Now into the hands of Van Winkle, and this one will go behind the backboard and out of bounds.
Anything that's a baseline to baseline or block to block screen, they're getting in front of Simon with backside help, and they're even switching. Sometimes you've seen a guard get in front again. Just do anything you can to not Morriley get the ball in the paint. She's going to have to be very patient. She's going to have to work for it as much as possible for West Fargo, but it's been interesting to see how Coach Safransky has put this one so far, which is, hey, if you're setting a cross screen or a down screen, we're just not going to let Simon try to get the better of it.
Safransky went to shoot, couldn't finish. Macy Wheeldon, who checked into the game, will put it in for 2. 8-point lead for Davies, 10-2. 12.5 to go here in our opening half.
And she's going to be the one player that has the best matchup in terms of size with Simon.
Loose ball picked up by Franks, puts it up, hits the top of the backboard. Wheeldon will pick it up, finds Wild. Her shot from the free throw line, good, and she's fouled. And 1 for Ava Wild.
This is a carbon copy right now if you're a Packer fan watching this game back on February 4th. Davies won that one 80-45 at Davies, and it was just like this. Tough for West Fargo to get any offensive traction going, stealing scores, now opportunities. And Joel, it's been a balanced effort here for Fargo Davies as well.
Wild shot, that will miss. Rebound will go to the Packers. Seymour feeds across to drive Peterson. Ball taken away by Ava Wild. Wild able to find Ashton Safransky. Safransky 8 points on Tuesday night in that win against Fargo North in the EDC quarterfinals. 3 for Carly Franks off the heel of the basket. Rebound was brought down by Van Winkle. Lost it, picks it up, and we're going to see a foul call come against Davies as Safransky was going to reach inside. Ashton Safransky's first, team's third.
Best way I would like to describe Ashton Safransky if I had to go up against her is annoying, is a pest. I just don't want her around me, Joel. She is always diving on the floor, going for those loose balls, able to get steals. She's got the school record, I think, 16 steals this season earlier against Devils Lake. She is an absolute thief on the court, and she's been able to earn that reputation last year and also this year, getting a lot of varsity minutes for the Eagles.
It's Jackson with the basketball for the Packers. She's seeing her first action. We'll go to Peterson. Sent into the corner to Seymour to the free throw line. Valsvik, drive, shot, misses. Valsvik gets the rebound, tries to go for a putback and will hit it. Valsvik makes it 12-4. Still some ground to make up for West Fargo.
Mike Benson takes Morales Simon out of the game too, so someone else has to go offensively here, and the defense for Davies just can't focus on one particular athlete or player.
Burrian will miss the shot. Ball out of bounds. And it goes to West Fargo, and one of the Packers cheerleaders picked up the ball at the baseline. She didn't know what to do with it. She's looking at one official, looking at the other, and finally he said, hey, give it to the official under the basket. He'll take care of it.
I mean, assist the official.
Now she's kind of showing off the rest of the cheerleaders that nice pass that she made to get it to the official. As Simon inbounds, finds Van Winkle, will come across, falls, big shot, will miss, rebound two-handed by Wielden, and it's the Eagles basketball. Handled by Burrian across half court, will feed to Safransky. Back to the left side, deep three, good! Burrian with the deep three and a steal and a putback for Burrian. 5 straight points, 17-4 the score, 10:44 left in the half. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Welcome to Ada, Minnesota. There's much to offer for new residents and much to do once you're here. Medical facility, living community, and assistant living. A beautiful school campus providing quality education. The Deco Center with a 24-hour fitness center. A community of faith with church and youth programs, auto dealers, bowling, theater, farm implement and agronomy centers, banks, retail and service businesses, a radio station, and much more. With employment and housing available, welcome to the City of Ada to work, raise a family, and relax. Contact the City of Ada for more information.
We are back on YourLiveEvent.com on our United Savings Credit Union scoreboard. Davies 17, West Fargo 4. This is for a trip to state and the EDC Championship tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, which we, of course, will have for you here on YourLiveEvent.com. O'Reilly Simon at the baseline will bounce it inbounds to Jackson. Jackson will move the ball up court, trying to clear the timeline, guarded by Franks. Franks will backhand it away, but can't keep it in her possession as it comes out of bounds.
We're going to check the mic here in a second. I think the mic is down. Our camera's okay, but the mic went down the floor, so kind of the natural sound that we get to hear with the basket mic here.
10:35 left to play in the first half of this game. And the Packers will send this one in bounds. It's handled by Valsvik, works to Simon. Simon, a nice feed, finds Peterson, and Peterson will finish up with 2. 17-6 the score. Chase Miller back with us, has fixed the microphone, I believe, I hope. As Franks has it on the near side. We don't say this enough, Chase, during our broadcast, and we should, and I'm going to put us on the spot. The Metro Tournament Committee does a fantastic job. The EDC does a fantastic job putting on this tournament every year, as wild shot is good for her 4th. 19-6 the score. Always hospitable, always helpful for us when it comes time to cover the EDC.
That's the thing. Shield Center is a great facility. The Bison Sports Arena, the EDC, was able to dip their toe in the water there late when it was the old BSA. Then able to go to the Shield Center here. It's a great venue, and they do a really nice job. State wrestling tournament. They got state swimming as well this weekend in town, Joel, so very busy here with the Metro Committee.
O'Reilly Simon comes to shoot, draws a foul. She will go to the line to shoot 2. I believe the foul will be Ashton Safransky, which would be her 2nd. We'll see what the official call is on the foul.
It's to be on Taylor Safransky here.
Safransky's 2nd, first free throw for Simon's good. Makes it 19-6. 19-7.
Morales Simon, an awfully good free throw shooter, 76% free throw shooter on the year, and she's able to even hit some three-pointers from beyond the arc. Joel, she's definitely developed her game in her junior season.
19-8 to score. 9.5 left to play in the first half. We'll get you first half numbers coming up at our halftime reports. In the lane, wild shot will miss. O'Reilly Simon the rebound. Here comes the Packers. They got some ground to make up here. Ball goes near side. Seymour feeds to the baseline. Driving to shoot. Valsvik, the shot will be blocked and picked up by the Eagles. And a long pass, and it's laid in by Carly Franks. 21-8 the score. 9 minutes left in the half. Another timeout, West Fargo. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Rock Solid Concrete. Give them a call at 701-238-4523 to get a free estimate on all your concrete projects. Services provided are, but not limited to, decorative stamp patios, decorative stamp sidewalks, new and replacement driveways and sidewalks, garage, shop, and shed pad floors, and residential and commercial flat work. They would love to sit down with you and find a plan that works best for your projects. Call Rock Solid Concrete at 701-238-4523.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. We will be holding our Hillsboro Operator Clinic Monday, March 21st. To register, visit planterdoc.com. This clinic will provide the opportunity to brush up on monitor setup and operation of precision planting systems. RDK Enterprises Operator Clinic, Monday, March 21st at our Hillsboro store. We look forward to visiting with you. To see the agenda and register for this event, visit planterdoc.com.
Thanks for being with us on our EDC coverage on YourLiveEvent.com. 21-8, Davies leading West Fargo. Timeout was taken by the Packers. We got 2 timeouts left here and 9 minutes left to play. O'Reilly Simon lobs this one in, and it's picked off. Nice play by Safransky. Comes to Franks. Franks able to find an open shooter, and Wacha will miss it. And down with the rebound was Wild. Did not see who she brought down. I think that was Peterson she brought down with the Packers. And it's a held ball that will go to West Fargo.
West Fargo just looking for an offensive threat. That's the one thing right now. Down 13 at Davies sometimes feels like you're down 20, right? And you're only shooting 27% from the floor. Going up against this pressure defense, already 6 turnovers right now. If you can get Davies to commit 7-8 fouls here, Joel, it might put the pressure off a little bit in terms of the aggression, and then you got to get to the free throw line. And West Fargo, if they get to that free throw line with the bonus, you got to make every free throw you possibly can here against the Eagles, because they've been able to come out and shoot pretty well from the floor so far at 42% and 3 threes.
Simon on the near sideline, ready to get this one in bounds. We'll put it into Seymour. Seymour went to pass to Van Wild. It's stolen away. Van Winkle was stolen away, and Ava Wild able to finish with 2. 23-8 the score, 8.5 to play in this first half. And now that the defense suffocating West Fargo, they need to clear half court. Here's Clayman. Clayman throws a pass that's intercepted, and O'Reilly Simon's going to be called for a foul as she knocks down Ashley Wacha. And that would be her second. And now we're going to get some substitutions coming for the Packers.
Williams and Uche Ayomegu will check back in here. Williams is a star track athlete performance, and Uche, she's got length, Joel. I mean, her size at 6'4" can be very disruptive here on the inside, as, you know, Simon will check out, and the question will be for how long with those 2 personal fouls.
Here comes Davies. Ball to the left side. Passate will be called for a travel, and it's back to West Fargo. Ball gets put inbounds to Peterson. Handled by Peterson, goes inside, and this one is taken away by Davies.
Suffocating defense again, even when they try to go on the interior. Davies just able to come right back down. This has been their staple. 2 losses this year, 1 to West Fargo, 1 to West Fargo Cheyenne, but they don't give up a lot of points. They make you earn it from court to court from every square inch.
Yeah, Iomega was the intended player pass on that play, and she had just entered the game, and you put her in that spot, and that ball just getting picked off as a missed shot for Davies, but they're able to control the rebound. Safransky with the basketball. Davies leading 23-8. And they're just going to take their time here on offense as a feed comes to Wild. Wild over the defense, and this one stopped between the iron and the backboard, then falls down, but play had already been stopped.
That's the first one we've seen in this tournament, Joel. We've seen a dunk, we've seen and ones, we've seen a little bit of everything. We've seen a shot from the logo at the NDSU. We haven't seen that tie-up, though, for the loose ball like that so far.
Ashton Safransky will inbound, get set in motion. Burrian with the basketball will come to Ashton Safransky. Safransky drives, feeds down low, and it's 2 for Ashley Wacha. 5 for Wacha in the game, 25-8 the score.
Again, this is balance. It's not one particular player right now for Davies. 6 players in the scoring column.
And a travel called against Peterson.
If Davies is able to hold on, they split with Cheyenne earlier this year, Joel, and they swept Grand Forks Red River. If West Fargo is able to come back, they split both with the Mustangs and the Rough Riders. They can make a comeback here in this semifinal.
And pass stolen away. Iomego gets a steal, and we're going to see a foul call come against Davies. That will be Taylor Stefanski, I believe, and if it is, it's her third.
Ava Wild
against Wilder first.
And Uche hasn't been aligned too much this year, 7 of 9, but I like those odds though, Joel. Good numbers in terms of percentages.
And the bucket will miss. She will not get the bonus. That was foul number 7 against Davies. And Davies, Chase, with a comfortable lead so far here in this half. They have controlled time and space. You forget about the foul situation as there's a 3. Burien, her second made 3. She's that big sniper off the bench. Makes it 28-8, a 20-point advantage on our United Savings Credit Union scoreboard.
Davies, the guards, they all have the green light. Franks, both Safranskis, Burien, Awacha, if they're open, they're going to cast away. And if they hit early in the games, it just is another thing with this avalanche that is so tough to stop. That is Fargo Davies. There's a reason why they've won 20 games so far here in March, Joel.
And the Packers trying to figure out who's going to inbound or at least position on inbound as Peterson will inbound this one. And goes beyond the arc, a missed 3. Putback attempt is good. Jasmine Williams hits 2. And here comes Davies spreading it out. Franks drawing a foul. You spread out the court. You go north and south, and you get the defense off guard, and you force them to have to foul in situations like this. Jasmine Williams called for her first, team's 5th.
Transition defense for the Eagles. Just when you get a nice shot by Williams, they can't get you right back. They get to the free throw line. Also, Jasmine Williams kind of Dirk Nowitzki-esque a little bit on that one with that one heel on the ground. But Franks is a really good shooter. This is a player that got some varsity minutes as a freshman, not a lot, played more JV than varsity, but since she's been a sophomore and on, Franks is just a sniper. 18 points against North in their quarterfinal round win, Joel, on Tuesday.
29-10 the score. 6 minutes left to play in the first half. Here comes Seymour, double team, says to send it to the near side. Van Winkle gets it stolen away. Comes to Wacha, and Wacha the layup. Ashley Wacha with 7. 31-10 the score, and this one could get away from the Packers here fast.
Mike Benson told us right away, throughout the week, and particularly on Tuesday night after they were able to win, said if we can't handle the press, it's going to be like game number 2. And Joel, it's been the same storyline here right now, especially with how Davies is shooting the ball well with the efficiency in the half court.
Taylor Safranski with the ball. Will come to Burry and a contested 3, and she cannot miss. 11 for her. Burry hits her 11th point, 5:36 left to play in the half, 34-10 the score. Back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
Red River Valley Speedway, what a great place to let your heart race. Excitement second to none. Every Friday night you're gonna feel alright. Your destination for family fun.
Friday night racing returns this spring. Log on to RedRiverValleySpeedway.com for more information.
Red River Valley Speedway, the fastest high-bank dirt track in the upper Midwest.
The City of Hillsborough welcomes you with opportunities to build, grow, live, and work in the Hillsborough community. With the City of Hillsborough Renaissance Zone, new businesses and entrepreneurs can use to start a business. The time for you to consider Hillsborough is now. Come see us, make the drive, and visit the City of Hillsborough. Contact city offices or visit www.hillsborough-nd.com. Small town, big opportunity. Experience Hillsborough.
34-10, Davies leads West Fargo here in the EDC semifinals. Get a win and you clinch a spot on to the state tournament. And I think there's a question about a substitution.
And Mike Benson just pretty much made a roll call for a line change on the 5 that was out on the floor. He's just looking for 5 players right now to fight. He's looking for some heart because he knows that less than 24 hours from now, if this result holds, Joel, that he's going to be in another state qualifying game, which West Fargo has lost last year, 2 years ago, and 3 years ago. So they've been close. They've just haven't been able to get over the hump. And in the back of your mind, if you're Mike Benson, you don't want to go into that game on a lull. Even if you lose, you want to try to find some players right now that want to get to this state tournament for the first time since 2016 here for West Fargo.
Clayman draws the foul, will go to the line. Did not see who that foul was against. As Macy Wheeldon back into the game for the Packers. Clayman hits the second one here, 34-11 the score as we approach 5 minutes left to play in the half.
Ashley Watch, Joel picked up her second one there, I believe, from the stats online that we have.
Long pass skip to Safransky. Safransky tried to go right back to Wild down low, and it gets by her and out of bounds.
Fargo's season low 41 points against Grand Forks River on January the 11th. At a tough game with Shanley. That 4-5 game was what you would expect. Back and forth, some big-time threes from West Fargo. Solveig Seymour able to hit 4 in that contest. Riley Simon in that game was able to tally 29 points, but we just haven't seen that efficiency here for West Fargo.
Here comes Davies. Wild in the lane, and she gets fouled. Omega will be called for the foul, I believe. Yeah, but it will be her first.
How about this for Fargo Davies for some players, Joel? Riley Watcham, Miss Basketball finalist last year. Reagan Linster in 2018. And Alexis Clabo in 2015. They haven't had a player win Miss Basketball, but they've had some pretty good ones under, at one time, Coach Safransky. Then Tim Jacobson comes down 25th Street, and then he go back to Coach Safransky. It's just been a well-balanced effort there for Fargo Davies.
35-11, 4:43 left in the half. Second good. 36-11. It was 2-2 early on, and it's been a different story since then as Clayman for 3 won't get it. Rebound picked up down low by Wheeldon, and she's immediately tied up by Peterson, and the ball will stay with the West Fargo Packers.
Last time these two teams played in the EDC quarterfinals, or EDC tournament was the quarterfinals. Davies won that contest on February 27th of 2018. So it's been a little while for two programs. The last couple of years have had some success. The problem for West Fargo is they just haven't been able to get out of the quarterfinals. And then once you finally get out of the quarterfinals, you draw the best team in the East in Fargo Davies.
Here comes a 3 from the corner. Solveig Seymour hits the 3, 36-14 game.
63 pointers on the year for the junior guard. She has a school record. She made 8 against Valley City earlier this season.
Ball comes to the left side. Burrigan 3 off the iron. She's made 3 so far in this game, 11 points off the bench. And Ashton Safransky is going to be fouled. I believe it will be Van Winkle.
It's going to be a tough one right there for Van Winkle and the Packers.
That is their 7th.
Van Winkle with that third one there, so she'll check out as Williams will come in. But one thing for West Fargo, just see the ball go through the cylinder and see if you can match it again on the next possession. And then it's just about little things right now. Everything's gone Davies' way. There's no question about it. The avalanche has already came down the mountain. It's just now Joel climbing out as best as possible and trying to get it down to 20, trying to get it down to 15 before the half if he can.
Safransky missed the shot. Wild the rebound. They have a Wild with 11. Make that 10, 39-14. The lead for Davies, and Davies will get the ball back. They take it away from O'Reilly Simon. Safransky beyond the arc. Carly Franks 3, good. It's almost guaranteed from beyond the arc for Davies. 42-14 the score. O'Reilly Simon with 2 at the other end, a little too strong. Rebound put back 2 for Clayman. Davies back at the other end, and they will answer right back, and it's an and one. Carly Franks to the free throw line.
This is tough for Mike Benson. You're tried every lineup. You've used 4 of your 5 timeouts. You're trying everything to disrupt Fargo Davies, but this is a well-oiled machine right now for the Eagles, shooting 43% from beyond the arc. Joel, 6 made threes. Packers with 11 turnovers to 4, and also Davies shooting 52% from the floor.
Franks can't complete the three-point play. Packers have the basketball. Seymour will come over to Williams. Williams up to drive, held up, goes to Bareilly Simon, loses the dribble, and it comes off the feet of Safransky, and she just keeps it in bounds. How about that play? A feed in the lane, poked out of bounds.
I tell you what, you talk about someone, Ashen Safransky, who knows how to dive with that penguin kind of slide right there on the far sideline. Good thing even the far side scores table as well has some rollers with the pads on the bottom because Ashen kind of needed it. It felt like roller derby there for a second.
Yeah, and you know, it just to time that slide and that swat back, a lot to it. It didn't look like a lot, but there was a lot. As Frank's up for 3 will miss. I mean, it looked like a lot of hustle, obviously, but put back attempt will miss. Rebound this time will go to Iomegu, and the Packers have the basketball. 2 minutes, 35 seconds and counting left to go. 3 from the corner, Williams will miss. Ball kept in bounds, Packers have it. Wide open 3 left side, in for Seymour. Solveig Seymour, her second made 3. 44-19 the score, approaching 2 minutes to go in the first half. On United Savings Credit Union scoreboard, 2 locations in Fargo alongside Dilworth and Detroit Lakes. Visit UnitedSavingsCU.org, and a foul against the Packers.
It's going to be a tough one there on Jackson. Just you kind of put your hand out on against the other 5, so fouling will have a chance to go free throw line. By the way, if there is one player that you have to know the entire time who's shooting on the floor for West Fargo, it's Solveig Seymour, and she's had a couple open looks, something Coach Tona Safransky will probably not like, and make some adjustments at the half.
Casanante will hit the first. We'll get the second free throw now, 45-19 the score. Second off the end of the basket, rebound two-handed and brought down by Iomegu. Brought across half court by Seymour, able to find Jackson. 2 minutes now left in the first half. It's been all Eagles. As the ball gets taken away, and we're going to see a held ball. That will go to the Davies Eagles.
If they named a defensive player of the year in this conference, Ashen Safransky is probably 1A, 1B, and 1C. And I mean that with all due respect to everybody else. The way that she plays defense, she could score 0 points every game, but the way that she disrupts the game is remarkable.
A nice move. Burying another 3. 4 threes for Burien, 14 in the game. Davies scoops up another missed shot, 48-19. They lead, 90 seconds left to go. And it's Safransky with the basketball. Lobs it to the right side. Iche Iomegu steals it away, goes across to Williams. Williams shot airballed, brought down by Casanante for the Eagles, and she will get knocked to the court. Ball comes away, no foul call. Play resumes. It's Seymour. Seymour left side. Is able to find Valsvik, will take a dribble, looks for help. Will come to Jackson. Jackson dribbling in, and Jackson is fouled, and I believe it'll be Macy Wielden called for the foul.
Oh, we just haven't seen Walsvik able to get into rhythm too much here today for West Fargo, and same deal here. It's just been a matter of Coach Mike Benson. I mean, we've seen 10 girls so far play for the Packers. He's gone a little bit deeper into his bench than what we normally would see, trying to find something to get going here. And good-looking shot there by Jocelyn Jackson at the free throw line to get the Packers back on the scoring column.
Alex Felder into the game for Davies. 58.3 seconds left to go in this half. Jackson's second free throw will miss. Rebound is brought down by Felder. Let's talk about that. You check into the game, get on the score sheet right away. Left side with the basketball. Burien in the lane, off the backboard. Iomegu the rebound. Feed up court, finds Valsvik into the hands of Seymour. And up to drive falls Vic, and she's going to be fouled. 2 shots coming up.
Fellner just found herself in the middle of a sandwich there with her and Carly Franks, and Walsvik was able to get that step and rip through there. So an opportunity here for Jessica at the free throw line to get to some more stats in this contest. It's been awfully tough, though. I mean, Joel, West Fargo's won 6 out of 7, 3 straight games coming into this game. Talking with Coach Mike Benson, on Tuesday night again after they win, he said it plainly. He goes, if we play anywhere near the last time we played these guys, we're in for a long night. And he was frank about it. He goes, if Davies plays their style of game, we're in for a long night. And so far, it's been that kind of game. I think right now what Coach Benson's looking for is some fight, some grit. Find this team to continue to find themselves getting some better possessions, some better defenses. More than likely, you get ready for a state qualifier tomorrow.
Here comes a 3 right side. Franks will miss. Ball will go out of bounds. 13.3 seconds left in the half. Shot clock has been turned off. It is Jocelyn Jackson to inbound for the Packers. Inbound attempt finds McIntosh. Back to Jackson. 7 seconds left to play in the half. And pass tipped away across half court. And it comes to Franks, but the first half is in the books. It is Davies, the number 1 seed in this tournament, 48. The Packers, the 4 seed, 21. Halftime report coming your way next on YourLiveEvent.com.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day, and is done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms. Saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
It's a family-oriented community.
It's a great community to raise kids in a family.
They're a safe place to raise a family, and can go four-wheeling on the trails or kayaking down the river.
Just more than knowing the family that's here, it's getting to know new neighbors.
We wanted to be somewhere that was community-oriented, and this felt just perfect.
From too wet to too dry, we know Mother Nature has the final say on the crop. Count on Irie Insurance to help manage that risk. Irie Insurance has a proven track record with over 30 years of experience as a crop insurance leader. Protect your legacy with the right tools to do the job. Learn more at IrieInsurance.com or by calling your local agent in Devils Lake, Hillsborough, Hope, Macville, Towner, and West Fargo.
You're protected and appreciated at Irie.
Our score here on the half on your United Savings Credit Union scoreboard. It is Davies 48, West Fargo 21 in the EDC semifinals. Welcome back to our coverage of the girls basketball tournament. It's been Davies just, quite frankly, just controlling that first half of play. It was too early, and then Davies really coming out, unable to miss from long range, getting contributions up and down their lineup. And West Fargo's been pressured quite a bit and have just not been able to respond. Davies has been able to capitalize on some big turnovers that have came in that first half. Some numbers for West Fargo, individual numbers: Emily Clayman, Riley Simon, 4 points apiece. It is Sauve Seymour with 6 points. She's their lead scorer. Jessica Valswick with 3. 2 points for Briley Peterson. Jalen Jackson, 1 point. West Fargo 6 for 8 from the free throw line. 2 made threes. They are shooting 32% from the field. They have turned the ball over 15 times in that contest. Well, for Davies, it is Marissa Berrien with 14 points coming off the bench. 10 points for Ava Wild, 7 for Ashley Wacha, 8 for Carly Franks. Ashton Safransky with 6. Macy Wheeldon with 2. Alan Passanante with the point. Made threes in that half. 7 made threes for the Davies Eagles, who are shooting 49% from the field in that game. And they have turned the ball over 6 times compared to the 15 that they have forced. Some rebounding numbers. Ava Wild close to a double-double, on the doorstep of that with 10 points and 8 rebounds. She is the game's individual leader in rebounding in that contest. Again, 48-21 our score at the half. Let's take another break. We'll be back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
St. John Paul II Catholic Schools is a community inspiring excellence through faith, learning, and service. They have provided a faith-based learning environment for over 100 years in the Fargo-Moorhead area. At JP2 Catholic Schools, they form community leaders as they begin their journey of excellence, beginning with 3-year-old little deacons all the way through 12th grade deacons. The tradition of excellence continues at JP2 Catholic Schools. It is the Deacon Way. Good luck to all athletes from JP2 Catholic Schools.
Making a difference and impacting lives comes together when you study to become a nurse at Lake Region State College. Our nursing program is available in Mayville, Grand Forks, and Devils Lake. Find out more today. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Save the dates for the Norman County Fair, Ada, Minnesota, June 22nd through 25th. New this year, music from Post-Traumatic Funk Syndrome, the Freddie Justice Hypnotist, the Traveling Escape Room, Nick the Magician for Youth Day, Senior Day, Free Family Friday, the Red Letter Band, the Woodpicks, racing, and so much more. NormanCountyFair.com. The Norman County Fair, Ada, Minnesota, June 22nd through 25th. It is where summer begins and the fun never ends.
Everybody's gonna be there. Red River Valley Speedway, what a great place to let your heart race. Excitement second to none. Every Friday night you're gonna feel alright. Your destination for family fun.
Friday night racing returns this spring. Log on to RedRiverValleySpeedway.com for more information.
Red River Valley Speedway, the fastest high-banked dirt track in the upper Midwest.
Let the team at Taxman help prepare your taxes and answer any of your tax-related questions. From financial planning, payroll services, and retirement planning, Taxman focuses on your unique tax, accounting, and consulting needs. For expert, affordable service from accountants that care about you with a combined 200 years of experience, choose Taxman. Open year-round with offices in Fargo and Moorhead. For more information, go online to fmtaxman.com.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most.
See Jared Hansen in Larimore, your agent with answers.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Sanford Health. Here for all. Here for good.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
The City of Hillsborough welcomes you with opportunities to build, grow, live, and work in the Hillsborough community. With the City of Hillsborough Renaissance Zone, new businesses and entrepreneurs can use to start a business. The time for you to consider Hillsborough is now. Come see us, make the drive, and visit the City of Hillsborough. Contact city offices or visit www.hillsborough-nd.com. Small town, big opportunity. Experience Hillsborough.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
See your future come together at Lake Region State College. Train for in-demand careers, part-time, full-time, or online. At Lake Region State College, we change lives.
We are back on YourLiveEvent.com. It is 48-21. The lead for Fargo Davies against the West Fargo Packers here in the EDC semifinals, as our second half play is set to get underway and ball immediately sent right back out of bounds. And the Eagles will now get the basketball. And the ball gets put in bounds into the hands of Safransky. Safransky comes around, up to shoot, up for two. Taylor Safransky gets her first two of the game. And it's 50-21, the lead for Davies. Here comes West Fargo back the other way. Van Winkle comes around, bounces it down low to Mariley Simon. Shot blocked, and she is fouled. That will be against Ava Wild. Wild seconds. So that puts Mariley Simon at the line to shoot two. Here comes the first. That's good. Into the game for West Fargo is Peterson. Riley Peterson will come back into the game. Simon's second free throw, that will miss. Rebound to the Eagles. Handled by Safransky. Will come to the left side, Franks. Goes back beyond the arc, Safransky. Sidesteps, feeds in the lane. Ball knocked out of the hands of Wacha. Wacha tangled up with Van Winkle. And we're going to get a held ball that will stay with the Davies Eagles.
It looks to be all right there for Wacha. The one thing now, anytime you hit your head on the floor, right, you think a concussion immediately. But she looks to be all right as the officials right now. And Brady Schwab, one of them, just asking her, all right, feeling all right? And gives her the head nod, and let's get back to basketball.
Safransky inbound to Safransky. That's Ashton Safransky with her ninth. 53-22. The lead for Davies, and Mariley Simon will be fouled. It's Ava Wild's third. Believe two of her three fouls have been against Simon. That has been her assignment, and she just asked for a quick explanation from the official. Riley Simon, 5 in this game, misses the first.
Mariley, when you get up and down the floor and you're going to run like that, good job to feed the big. And you're taught as a number 5 player, so to speak, or a center, you go the shortest distance between rim to rim, and if you can go right down the paint, put your hand up, get the ball in transition, that's what West Fargo is able to do.
53-23 the score, inside of 17 left to play in this one. Davies on pace to be back in the EDC championship game tomorrow and back in the state tournament. Ball skipped across, finds Safransky, comes to Wacha, set back in motion again, this time the left side. Ashton Safransky will be fouled at the baseline. That will be against Valsvik. Jessica Valsvik called for her first. And inbounds, and it's wheeled in, who knocks down the 2-7 here in the second half for the Davies Eagles. Just 2 for the Packers. Van Winkle comes to the left side. Peterson through the baseline. Layup good. Nice move by Peterson.
Specifically, she's a lefty, so she went up with the left hand and said, wait a second, I'm doing the reversal here, so I kind of had to pull on MJ there, Joel, a little bit.
Riley Peterson getting her 4th point of the game. On the left side, Safransky comes up and gets fouled.
Valsvik will pick up a foul there on West Fargo, but if you're Mike Benson, you'll like the start of this second half compared to what you saw in the first half. A little more up and down, a little bit more in rhythm. You know, the thing for Fargo Davies right now is to not play the scoreboard, play the game. And on the opposite side, if you're West Fargo, I mean, realistically, for you to have a shot here in the next 10 minutes, you have to get this down to about 14, 12 points, you know, to at least put a little pressure on Fargo Davies. If you're Fargo Davies, just keep doing what you're doing, and it'll probably end up in an EDC championship game for the 3rd straight season here for the Eagles.
Taylor Safransky knocks down both free throws, 57-25 the score on a United Savings Credit Union scoreboard. And a miscue from the Packers. Riley Simon, nice job keeping this one in bounce. Is able to find Valsvik, and she'll be fouled. 10-second violation, and it's Davies basketball.
You're going to have a hard one here, Joel, on some of our Enbridge Energy players of the game, or what we're going to talk about for our play of the game, because, again, I look at Davies' stat sheet. It's not just one person. You know, again, they can hurt you 6, 7, 8 different ways here from a personnel standpoint.
Feed to Wielden in the post. Comes to the left side, up for 2, Safransky. 6 points for Safransky, all here in the second half. 59-25 the score. 15.5 left to go in this one. And nice move, but Van Winkle got the feet moving, called for the travel. Davies basketball.
This result for West Fargo, we're going to have to go up against a scrappy Wahpeton team, Joel, you know, tomorrow at 2:30. Earlier this season, they did sweep Wahpeton, but if Wahpeton can play like they did against Devil's Lake, it should be an interesting ball game.
3 on the way, will miss for Safransky. Rebound controlled by the Eagles. Taylor Safransky for the 3. Banks off the iron, Riley Simon. The rebound will turn it over. Comes to Wacha, to Safransky, hesitation. Shoots, won't get it. Simon the rebound, and feeds this one up courts. Back to the near side, Peterson. Remember, the loser of this one will play Wahpeton, as Chase had mentioned. And Riley Simon up for the 3. 59-28 the score. Timeout, Coach Benson and the Packers. We'll step aside. Back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms, saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good. From simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most.
See Jared Hansen in Larimore, your agent with answers.
We are back on YourLiveEvent.com. 59-28 Davies leading West Fargo in the EDC semifinals. Chase Miller will have the next one coming up here, the other semifinal matchup. So we'll have, after this game, we'll have a quarter of our representatives known out of the East so far for state. Ball left side, Burrian 3, gets off the iron, rebound into the hands of Walsvik. Here comes the Packers, Van Winkle, cross half court. Looks for help, will go to Walsvik. Back to the hands of Peterson, up to drive, hook shot, misses, two-handed the rebound to Macy Wheeldon. Ball handled by Ashton Stefanski.
Fargo Davies, Joel, you can see why they won 7 straight and they've only lost 2 games all year. Again, a well-oiled machine. You know, they lost some pieces. Taylor Fay, Riley Wacha, all conference players. You looked at Riley Wacha, Miss Basketball finalist. You wondered what was going to happen. And then you kind of remembered, oh, yeah, that's right. Ashton Safranski's coming back. Carly Franks is a sophomore. Marissa Burian. You got a D1 volleyball player in Ava Wild. Taylor Safranski is just a floor general. And then all of a sudden you bring back the younger Wacha as well. I mean, this is just a team that if they are able to get to state, which it looks like they will be able to do so, they have one thing on their mind. That's to cut down the nets. That's the only thing they haven't done yet in program history is win a state title.
Here comes Riley Simon. We'll turn it over at half court. Safranski will get it and walks this one across the timeline. Remember, Davies, you're not thinking about shaving seconds quite yet. But you know that you don't have to be quick as Ava Wild turns and says, you know what, I'll take it. That's her 12th of the game, 61-28 the score.
Yeah, Wild just able to get that one over. Mariley Simon right now, again, holding the Packers to 21 first half points, just 7 here in the second half.
And here comes a 3, will miss for Walsvik, and there is 5 at the scorers table for the Packers set to check into this game. So Coach Benson making a full line change, next stoppage of play with under 13 to go in this game, and a missed 3 for Burrian, and it's picked up in the corner by the Packers. They're trying to advance this one up court. Simon stops shy of the timeline, will feed to Walsvik, lobs to the corner, finds Seymour. Seymour can't drive the post, sets it back in motion. 12.5 left to play in this game. The Packers have 11 seconds on the shot clock. Walsvik in the lane, will lose it out of bounds, came off the hands of Taylor Safranski, and 5 new players into the game for the Packers.
For West Fargo, Joel, this has just been a club. You know, after Chloe Fowl got injured, trying to find themselves. They did, and give credit to West Fargo. I mean, still to have 16 wins with an all-conference, all-stater player that's on the bench. Good news for Fowl. She'll be able to come back next season for West Fargo, and they're going to be a favorite. But the Packers right now, if there's a day to have a bad game, this was the last day to have it, right? Because you can get to a state qualifying game tomorrow, put all your demons, put all your mistakes away in this one, get a good night's sleep, come back tomorrow refreshed, re-energized, because tomorrow they can ill afford to have a performance like this, because then you're officially going home. And it would be the 4th straight year then, Joel, that they would make the state qualifying game but come up 1 game short of state.
And you look at those instances, they have been seasons where it was kind of how this one is, in the sense that, you know, team looking for an identity, and yeah, coming up short. How many times can you, and you know, Coach Bench would be the first to tell you that, how many times can you fall back on, well, we were trying to find our identity, or we're trying to grow? No, he has high expectations for this team, as Safranski, the steal, misses the layup. Wild, the rebound, going for a putback, ball taken out of her hands. That was a nice play by Jasmine Williams, and it will get the Packers the basketball.
On the opposite side for Fargo Davies, 20 wins last year, 24 wins last year. They had a 14-game winning streak at one point. Made their first ever program state championship game, falling runner-up to Bismarck Century. They're going to have their sets and sights and everything right back there if they can handle and take care of business tomorrow night as well, trying to be that #1 seed here in this region. And it's going to be curious out west, Joel, because Bismarck Century is going to play Minot for the championship. And if the Magi don't upset, quote unquote, I use that in quotes because Century's just been such a Goliath. If Century is able to win, you don't want to be the 2 seed out east, because that means if you win your quarters, you got big bad Century in the semifinals.
And a drive and a missed shot. That was for McIntosh. Davies with the basketball, 11.5 left to play. That's right, as Chase mentioned, it's a quick turnaround. Tomorrow, 6 games we'll have for you here on YourLiveEvent.com as a 3 comes from the corner for Carly Franks. 11 for Frank, 64-28 the score. And the Packers will get a missed shot from Jackson and a foul call. Will go against the Eagles.
And something different too, Joel, and I know you've asked a lot of coaches about this over the years, something different in Class A too is there is no mercy rule, right? Class B basketball, you get to the fourth quarter, for example, and you're up by 30, boys or girls. Clock never stops unless there's a injury, timeout, an actual timeout on the floor. Even free throws, for example, the clock will continue to roll. Class A, they don't do it, and it's just something a little bit different between them, right? Class A, 30-second shot clock, Class B, 35. Class A halves, Class B quarters, so just another little subtlety difference between the two, and I don't know what's right either way. We've heard some coaches talk about mercy rule is good, depending on your team. Other coaches said, hey, I want my girls to develop and play no matter what the score is, so there's pros and cons to both sides. Yeah, and that's a discussion is that there is. It's just so nuanced as Franks puts another one in for her 13th, 66-28. But I can tell you that if you limit the sample size to now having to play back-to-back days, and if you're the Packers that your focus is going to shift here pretty quick to a state qualifying game with the season on the line, you're going to want this one to end a little bit. You're going to want your players to have a chance to get ready for tomorrow. So, yeah, if you limit that sample size, it's a different conversation, but you go over the course of a season, because if you look at what Davies has done in this game, and they haven't gone too deep to the reserves quite yet, but they've gotten some players different looks on the court, some different mixtures of players. As Kennedy Vettel checked into the game, also checking into the game for West Fargo, the Packers will make a substitution. Allie Halverson will see her first action of the game. But you get a chance, Chase, when you have a full half to play without running time, regardless of the scores, to mix in your JV and varsity players, and which always comes up big in your development and your development in season, not just in the future. That's a really good job by the 8th grader McIntosh, the daughter of head coach Adam Polcheski, the stepdaughter. And I know Adam's over on the sideline there, just like he's a coach, clapping, applauding, getting on his feet. And we'll see head coach Polcheski tomorrow in a state qualifier for the Packer boys. Missed shot for Vettel, rebound to the Eagles. Here comes a 3, top of the key for Franks. 16 for Carly Franks, 69-30. This is one, again, where you just throw kind of almost everything away if you're West Fargo. Try to digest it, let it go once you get out of the locker room and get ready for tomorrow. If you're Fargo Davies, you're saying, hey, look at what we did against North and look what we did against West Fargo. Let's keep this train moving. Missed shot becomes points for the Eagles as Vettel back at the other end will hook it in for her first 2, 71-30 the score. Here comes the Packers, and a move in the lane, missed shot for Williams. And the Eagles have just gone up and down the court. Vettel comes across to the corner. Franks thought about the 3, instead sets this one back in motion. Taylor Safransky with the basketball. Safransky will miss this one off the mark. Put back, though, is good for Wacha. 73-30 is the score, under 9 left to play in this one. Stay tuned, we'll have our precision player of the game and our our energy player of the game. We're gonna get a jump ball that goes to Davies, and now Davies will put Safransky back in the game. Passanante will come back into the game, and there was one more, I believe, on that change. Alex Feldner will come into the game. As Fargo, the most points they've given up this year, Joel, was the last time they played Davies, which was 80, and that's in jeopardy right now on the opposite side for the Eagles. We've seen them crack the century mark once earlier this season, so it's been just one of those games. If you're Fargo Davies, again, everything's been going your way. We're going to see a foul come against the Packers. Well, number 33, Uche Magu's second personal, third foul. That foul will be against Sayo Megu. Well, Passanante will come up for the shot, hits the first. She has 2, both from the free throw line, 74-30 the score.
8:29 left to play.
And if you talk to both coaches, too, specifically for the underclassmen, the experience of playing on a college-level court, the experience of, okay, I know I've been there, I've done that, whether it's for tomorrow's game or maybe it's somewhere down the line, Joel. These are some minutes that both coaches, if you're Mike Benson, not how you would want some of these players to get it, but the bigger picture here is what you're looking at. And for Coach Safransky, an opportunity to give someone like Kenny Vettel, who's a real role player, get her some minutes as a senior. On the opposite side, if you're West Fargo, a chance to get some girls some really good looks now in the last couple minutes.
Another missed shot rebound for the Davies Eagles. We're approaching 8 minutes left to go, and now we're seeing West Fargo start go deeper into their bench. Davies ready to check into this game as a missed shot by the Eagles. Moten also ready to check into the game. 7:43 left to play in the game. Williams misses the shot. Rebound, put back will miss for McIntosh. And it's Ashton Safransky who'll get the missed shot for Davies. Will feed up court. Vettel misses the layup. Put back though will miss. McIntosh the rebound, had it taken right out of her hands by Feldner. And the Eagles will keep control of the basketball. They have 21 seconds and counting left on the shot clock. It's wheeled in the corner. We'll hand this one off to Safransky. And we're going to get a foul call.
It's like Jasmine Williams there will get called for the foul. And some different players playing a little bit of different role. Here is Coach Mike Benson will go a little bit deeper into the bench right now here for the Packers.
Kaylee Moten will come into the game. Nisha Davis will check in for the first time. Safransky puts it inbounds, finds Feldner, throws to Wheeldon. Wheeldon has it knocked away by Moten. West Fargo will have Halverson bring the ball up court, and a foul called at half court. That'll call for her first. Brooke Everson into the game for Davies. She will see her first action. Ball inbounded to Davis. Davis to drive, shot off the backboard. Davis is fouled.
So if you're West Fargo, quick turnaround tomorrow for a 2:30 game with Wahpeton. Joel, less than realistically 20 hours once this game gets removed. If you're Fargo Davies, you can put the feet up a little bit, get ready for a 6 o'clock EDC championship game tomorrow night against either Cheyenne or Red River. As you've been mentioning, all the games tomorrow right here, 6-pack for you right here on your live event. And the one thing is, though, Wahpeton West Fargo, that's going to be a dangerous, I think, dogfight. I think Shanley against the winner of the loser of Red River and West Fargo Cheyenne going to be an interesting, dynamic. And will we see Red River Davies in a EDC championship game like we did in 2020, or will West Fargo Cheyenne for the first time have a chance to play for a conference title? We'll find out a little bit later tonight. But some cool storylines here for the East and EDC girls basketball. And then not to mention the Horace Hawks next year have a chance to play in this tournament.
Yeah, the newest addition to the EDC, a JV-only schedule this year. Will be fun to have another team here in this region to get covered. Both teams continue to rotate in and out their bench as driving and a hook shot good for Brooke Everson. She checks into the game, contributes to 77-31 the score. At the other end, Williams gets a shot, will miss. A rebound for the Davies Eagles goes to Everson. Next game, Red River and Cheyenne. We'll have that for you here on yourliveevent.com. Ball handle, Passanante will come inside. Put up in two. Kennedy Vettel scores her fourth, 79-31 the score. We were tied early on, 2-2, and then Davies really got locked into system. And it's been Davies ever since, 48-21 the score at the half. Alex Feldner called for her second.
And some opportunities for Kackman here to get to the stripe. Get in the scoring column there.
Kackman hits the first.
Kind of goes back to what we talked about last game, Joel. A lot of freshmen playing for Devils Lake and West Fargo. We're seeing it out here on the floor now with Kackman for the Packers. Saw an 8th grader out there, sophomore here as well.
Second shot good for Kackman. She hits 2, 79-33 the score. Macy Wheeldon will come back in the game for the Davies Eagles.
Our post-game show, you might have to do another a team award, Joel, I think, for some of our player of the games. I mean, again, it's just been up and down the lineup here for Davies, particularly with Carly Frankson. Marissa Beering combined for 30 points in this one and 7 threes.
Omega is going to be called for a foul, her 3rd. That puts...
That's 2 will go to the line.
Yeah, she'll go to line for a pair. And the first will miss.
Tally, coaches would salivate as a freshman, as a 5'10 player in your JV squad, Joel, the next 3 years for Coach Safransky here.
Next shot is good, 80-33 the score. 5.5 left to play. So it'll be a 6 o'clock for the championship game tomorrow featuring the Davies Eagles. Congratulations to them. They will move on to the state tournament. West Fargo will have to win one tomorrow against Wahpeton. Ball out of bounds, lost dribble at the baseline for Kackman.
Some finals from out west earlier today, Joel, in the semifinal. Century over Legacy. You had Minot High over Bismarck, and in a consolation semifinal, a 6-point win, Jamestown over Watford City. So we know Century and Minot out west have clinched their ticket to state on the girls' side.
A drive, Pessanante's shot misses, and she is going to be fouled. The Nazi who that call was against, I believe. Omega will be called for her 4th. And Fallon Passanante will get 2 free throws. The first will miss.
If you're anybody else in this EDC, it's been the Goliath, has been Davies. A championship win over Shanley last year, a championship by 1 point over Red River 2 seasons ago. 2019, they didn't make the championship game, but 2018, they won it. 2017, runners-up. Davies right now, Joel, has put their thumbprint and some here in the last 5 years in this tournament, and it looks like they're going to have a chance to do it one more time if they can have another game like this tomorrow night.
81-33 the score. Packers with the basketball. McIntosh was trying to get free. Drive shot off the backboard. Rebound to the Davies Eagles. Raya Burrian with the basketball will feed to Everson. Ball loose, Burrian will recover and set to the corner. 15 seconds on the shot clock for Davies. Passanante went back to the corner. Not sure if that was intentional or not. As it is now the Packers basketball, 4:14 left to play.
And give a lot of credit to Davies, too. They didn't put their foot off the gas pedal, Joel. They've only given up 12 points here in this second half to West Fargo. They've made the Packers have to earn it from start to finish. It's been quality defense, which has led to good offense here, and the Eagles have just never looked from once they got up with the lead.
Hey, Omega will put in 2 there, her first 2 of the game, 81-35 the score. A drive, Everson's shot, or rather Thill's shot, is blocked, but the Eagles control the rebound. Everson goes for a putback, won't get it, and then the rebound will be controlled by Mariah Burrian. Burrian up to drive, held up on the post, comes to Thill in the lane, bounces the pass over to the near side, 19 seconds left on the shot clock, and a travel called against the Eagles.
Looking at both sidelines, Davies, everyone has played. West Fargo, pretty much the same thing here for the Packers. So it's one of those games where you've been able to clear out your bench, get a little bit farther down on the roster here, get some opportunities for some younger ladies to have a chance. And for West Fargo, this might be a season low, Joe. Their previous season low, 41 here for the Packers against Red River.
McIntosh to the corner. Shot for Kackman will miss. Rebound tracked down on the far side by Modine. As, the Eagles and the Packers have had everyone rostered play today. Davies has the ball set in motion. Brooke Everson puts this one into the hands of Mariah Burian. Now back to the near side, Modine. A drive. Thule will lose the ball, and it comes out of bounds. 2:40 left to play.
See, might put 1 or 2 seconds on the shot clock here as they have it on the reset.
21 wins this season for Davies. Modine puts it inbound, shot off the backboard, but it's a shot clock violation.
They got a chance to break what they did last year, Joel. 24-3 record. I mean, if they take care of business tomorrow, all of a sudden you go to state and you say if you get 3 wins there, you'll finish 25-2. So we'll see. We might get a rematch with Century and Davies. We might. There's some decent teams out west. Bismarck High. Minot High's got some youth with 8th graders out there. But the question is, Red River and Cheyenne saying, hey, what about us? We're going to find, I think, a really good back-and-forth game in our second semifinal, and the winner will give Davies everything and some tomorrow night in an EDC championship.
Callie Moten got 2 on that play for on that possession for West Fargo. 81-37 the score, 2 minutes left to go. And Davis goes for 2, will miss it. Rebound still in the lane, no one with clear control, rolling on the ground. Davis lands on top of it and gets tied up with Brooke Everson. It's a held ball that will stay with the Packers. And Packers inbound. The 3 will miss for Davis. Davies has the basketball, minute 40 left to play. Burian will go to Modine. To the left side, Burian inside. Though will be called for, rather be a held ball. Davies will hold on to the basketball, minute 30 left to play. Inbound up for 2, and it's good. Everson gets her 4th off the bench. 83-37 the lead for Davies. It was a brief 2-2 tie early in this game, but Davies took over early. It was 48-21 at the half. Ball handled by McIntosh. Now into the hands of Halverson. Picked up by Kackman to the corner. 3 will miss for Halverson. Eagles with the basketball, under a minute left to play. Ball onto the near side. Modine will send back beyond the arc. 3 will miss for Everson. Rebound Packers, 40 seconds and counting left to play on a United Savings Credit Union scoreboard. Ball to Halverson, a 3. Ellie Halverson, the 5'5 sophomore, gets 3 points, makes it 83-40. Shot clock is off, and that is Davies to hold these final few seconds before this one becomes final. 10 seconds left before we have a final score here on a United Savings Credit Union scoreboard. So congratulations to Davies. Win number 21 on the season. They clinch a spot onto state. Tomorrow, 6 o'clock, it's a chance for the EDC Championship. West Fargo, if they want to go to state, will have to get through the Wahpeton Huskies in a state qualifier tomorrow afternoon. Post-game show coming up next on YourLiveEvent.com.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Sanford Health. Here for all. Here for good.
Welcome to Ada, Minnesota. There's much to offer for new residents and much to do once you're here. Medical facility, living community, and assistant living. A beautiful school campus providing quality education. The Deco Center with a 24-hour fitness center. a community of faith with church and youth programs, auto dealers, bowling, theater, farm implement and agronomy centers, banks, retail and service businesses, a radio station, and much more. With employment and housing available, welcome to the City of Ada to work, raise a family, and relax. Contact the City of Ada for more information.
We are back on YourLiveEvent.com. Fargo Davies qualifying for the state tournament, an 83-40 win against West Fargo. On to the EDC championship tomorrow as well. Let's send it over to Chase Miller.
Much, Joe, with us. Marissa Burian, senior guard. Marissa, first things first, how sweet is it to be back in another EDC championship game for your senior season?
It's really exciting. We've been working for this all season, and to meet our goal, we're ready and we're really excited to play.
Talk about yourself and Carly Frank, 7 combined three-pointers. I know you guys got some snipers out there. When you see that first one go down, what's going through your mind?
When I see the first one go down, I start getting confidence, and when Carly starts hitting them and I start hitting them, our confidence starts feeding off of each other. So yeah, it was really fun. It's good to see the first one go down.
As much as we can talk about the offense, the old West Fargo to a season-low 40 points, what is it about the defensive side that maybe doesn't get as much credit as scoring 70 points a game?
Well, we have a motto, and we say relentless defense, and we really try to do that every game. We try to play really hard, get the 50-50 balls, get every ball we can get to. It's really our D that helps stop their offense, and I think that's what makes us a successful team.
Final thing for you, it seems like it doesn't matter if it's player A to player Z that's scoring or getting the hustle. It seems like everyone's cheering. Just talk about how truly this is a unified team here for Fargo Davies.
We really play as a team. We try to make that one more pass, and we don't care who's scoring. It matters that we're scoring. So yeah, today we played really good team ball, and we're going to do that again tomorrow. So I'm excited.
Hey Marissa, thanks so much for your time. Good luck tomorrow in the championship.
Thank you.
And again, senior guard Marissa Burian. Joel, let's toss it back to you.
All right, thank you, Chase. Again, congratulations to Davies. They will play in the EDC championship game coming up tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, and also qualifying for the state tournament. More coming your way next. Our post-game show here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Rock Solid Concrete. Give them a call at 701-238-4523 to get a free estimate on all your concrete projects. Services provided are, but not limited to, decorative stamp patios, decorative stamp sidewalks, new and replacement driveways and sidewalks, garage, shop, and shed pad floors, and residential and commercial flat work. They would love to sit down with you and find a plan that works best for your projects. Call Rock Solid Concrete at 701-238-4523.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. We will be holding our Hillsboro Operator Clinic Monday, March 21st. To register, visit planterdoc.com. This clinic will provide the opportunity to brush up on monitor setup and operation of precision planting systems. RDK Enterprises Operator Clinic, Monday, March 21st at our Hillsboro store. We look forward to visiting with you. To see the agenda and register for this event, visit planterdoc.com.
And welcome back to our postgame show. Our final on the United Savings Credit Union scoreboard. Fargo Davies win number 21 on the year, on to the state tournament. They defeat West Fargo 83-40. West Fargo, if they want to go to state, will have to play the Wahpeton Huskies tomorrow afternoon and a state qualifier here at the Shack, which of course you'll be able to see on YourLiveEvent.com. It was a relentless offense, relentless defense for the Davies Eagles here in this victory. And they had 3 in double figures. Carly Franks finishes with 16. Marissa Burian, who talked to Chase, finishes with 14. Ava Wild with 12 points, also had a double-double. While West Fargo offense was scarce, it was Solveig Seymour with 6 points. Riley Simon with 9 points. And then Briley Peterson with 4. Otherwise, the offense, again, just scarce for the West Fargo Packers. And Chase, they told us, it's relentless defense, and you can talk all you want about the offense, but that defense was absolutely relentless for Davies. We're talking about a team that pitched a shutout in the second half of their quarterfinal game.
I think the one thing is they don't care who you are. They're going to D you up, and that's my biggest takeaway that I've seen from Fargo Davies from start to finish this season is they're a team, doesn't matter if you wear orange, purple, yellow, green, you name it, they're going to say, we're going to get in front of you, we're going to be annoying, we're going to find a way to stop you, take your best player out of the game. It's the old Bill Belichick thing. You hear about Bill Belichick says, we're going to have you play with one arm behind your back, opposing coaches have said in their runs in the Super Bowl. It feels like that a little bit when you play Davies girls. Your arm is behind your back, and when you think you get a little rhythm, here comes just another 5-0-6-0 run, and oh, by the way, here's another steal, and oh, by the way, here's another 3. They can hurt you, Joel, in so many ways that it's very tough to game plan for them being an opposing coach, I think, here in the EDC.
Yeah, again, congratulations to Davies. Time now to hand out some post-game accolades, and it's going to be a tough call, Chase, so we're going to have to go the path of least resistance. I think they're also going to team awards because everything worked so well for them today. So a team award for our RDK Enterprises position players of the game will be the Davies lineup because everyone got on the mix, everyone got in the score sheet. That is brought to you by RDK Enterprises. They'll be holding their Hillsborough Operation Clinic Monday, March 21st. To register, visit planterdoc.com. The clinic will provide the opportunity to brush up on monitor setup and operation of precision planting systems. To see the agenda and to register again, visit planterdoc.com. Our Enbridge Energy players of the game, again, will go to the entire lineup of the Davies Eagles. Everyone contributed in this big win. Enbridge Energy work has begun to replace the Line 3 and keeping everyone safe is their top priority. Learn more by visiting enbridge.com/line3.us. So again, our final scores so far today with one more game left. Wahpeton defeats Devils Lake 73-66. Shanley over Fargo North 44-39. And then our final score here in this one on United Savings Credit Union scoreboard, Davies 83, West Fargo 40. Davies, our first representative out of the East in the state tournament. They will try to become the 1 seed tomorrow night in the EDC Championship at 6 o'clock. That will do it here for our broadcast. Chase will be back with you here for our next semifinal game next on yourliveevent.com.